Any luck?
None. All I get is static. I think they've taken out the TV stations. It's what they would do, isn't it? Get rid of the enemy's lines of communication. No news can get out. People be cut off from each other. Of course, it would cause a panic. That must be it.
Sounds like you've given it a lot of thought.
Well, we have to. We have to figure out their plans before they can enact them. It's like playing chess. You've got to stay 4 moves ahead, or we're done for.
We'll keep trying.
Oh, I will. This thing is an old friend of mine. I don't watch TV usually, but I keep her around for when the stuff really hits the fan. I watched Reagan get shot on this thing.
Reagan? President Reagan?
Got to figure out what's going on out there.
Just how old is this TV set?
It's over 20 years. It all fits. It's one of the very first things we would do if we invaded another planet.
So you're saying this is an analog TV set?
It would be so easy, you know? They wouldn't even have to land in most cases. Just take out the satellites as they pass by on their way into the atmosphere.
So there isn't a converter like they said we needed a few years ago when all the TV signals went digital?
Or maybe they infiltrated the TV stations before any of this started. We have no idea what they look like. They could look just like us, with just little differences. That would explain Tom Brokaw. Yeah.
I'm gonna go try the radio.
Radio? Yeah, sure. Good luck with that old technology. Radio.
Aliens can take over your mind, okay? I'm telling you.
Got anything?
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
but it's
every channel is
it's like they
broadcasting
just
news.
entered through her mind, and we're using her like some kind of puppet or something.
We continue with our live coverage of the invasion of Earth by hostile alien forces. Please continue, Doctor.
The alien forces are small, however, they seem to be making short work of our military. There are eyewitnesses who have said they have armor that somehow makes them impervious to our bullets and bombs.
So nothing we have in our arsenal can get through their shields, Doctor?
I didn't say shields. I said perhaps armor.
But wouldn't you say it's more like a shield?
No, they don't seem to have a shield around them.
But our weapons have no effect on them, you said.
That's correct.
So that would seem to imply that they have a shield, or force field if you prefer.
I would not prefer. They don't appear to have anything but their armor, or maybe it's their very skin for all I know. I haven't seen one up close.
With such advanced technology, wouldn't it make sense for them to have a force field?
Well, not if their skin or perhaps armor was sufficient to protect them from our weapons. No, they wouldn't need a shield.
I believe you called it a force field.
No, I didn't. You did. I never said anything like that. I said they might have armor or maybe just their skin.
Now, I'm no scientist,
Obviously.
but couldn't we try something like an electromagnetic pulse to get rid of these force fields?
An electromagnetic pulse wouldn't do a thing to them, I don't think. To their ships, perhaps, but that's not what we are talking about. I'm saying they have no shields and no force fields around their bodies. Whatever they are wearing is stopping our weapons from killing them just fine.
What about their weapons? What can you tell us about them?
They appear to be energy-based, but there are no reports of anything mechanical they are carrying, like a gun. This energy seems to be coming directly from the aliens themselves, as if it is emanating from their very bodies.
Perhaps an extension of their force fields.
Is that the only thing you are going to ask me about?
I'm trying to give the public the best information we can.
But you are fixated on these shields, even though I've told you they don't have any.
It's the most pertinent and valuable piece of the story to follow at this time.
No, it isn't. It's a huge waste of time. You are zeroing in on one thing, and it's something that isn't relevant or real, and passing up the chance to provide useful information to the public, who, I might add, are scared out of their wits right now because you've latched on to some sensational piece of gossip that I'm saying isn't true.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is extraordinary. We are being invaded right here, in the studio. The aliens are breaking down the doors with their bare, well, not hands, really. I don't know what they are.
Did you hear what you just said? Bare hands. Not a freaking force field in sight, is there? No. And now that I can see them, they're practically naked. So, woohoo! Nothing of these big bad shields that you were so sure of anywhere. Well, I think you owe me and your listeners an apology.
See anything?
Nothing. Maybe they're gone?
Okay. Now this is a subject that might be kind of touchy to some people, but given the circumstances, I think we need to talk about it. I think we need to quietly make our selections now. Make a list of our preferences so that there's no fighting or squabbling when the time comes.
Absolutely. Same wavelength as you, buddy.
Alright, so out of the bunch down here, who do you think? I mean, your first choice, I mean.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Becky.
Okay. Becky. Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good choice.
Look at her.
I see what you mean.
Nice thighs.
A leg man, I see.
Oh, it's a good place to start.
True.
All right, what about you? What's your first choice?
I've kind of been eyeing Joanne.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, for my second choice, I'm gonna have to go with Elizabeth.
Why Liz?
Well, she's young, athletic.
You like 'em young too, eh?
Well, if you get them, absolutely. I mean, you don't want them too old. And she's tall too. Long and lean. And can you see what she's got going on up there?
True.
I mean, not a lot of athletic girls have that much going on up top, but she's got some juiciness to her, if you get my drift.
Okay, I see what you mean. So Liz is your second choice. And mine, I think I'm going to have to go with Mary.
Mary? Are you serious?
What's wrong with Mary?
Look, I know everyone has their own personal preferences and all that, but Mary, she's so thin.
She's got decent hips.
Yeah, because she had a kid.
Well, that's just where you and I differ, I guess. You see, I look at that and I see it as a plus. I mean, she's only had one kid, not a lot. So she's still really fertile. Besides that, she's really smart. She has an MBA.
And you have some weird criteria for your choices.
Oh, look, I just want a little brains to go with appearances.
I just don't think you have to make that much of a list to go with a choice.
I'm not going to base it just on looks like you do.
Hey, I know a good piece of meat when I see one.
Wow. Is that all they are to you? Just hunks of meat?
Hey, that's what I'm going to go with. You can sit here and discuss the moral implications or the social ramifications of your decisions, but me? No way. Not me. I'm going to go with what I think I need to keep me going. Call it selfish if you want, but I'm going to go with what suits my tastes, not yours.
Are we sure we're talking about the same thing?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
What do you think we're talking about?
We're talking about who we're going to eat first when, as you said, when the time comes, we run out of food.
I'm talking about who we would want to repopulate the world with once everyone else is wiped out.
Oh. Oh! Okay. No, you see, when you were talking about the... All right, yes, of course. I thought we were on the same wavelength, but okay, now that we are absolutely on the same page, I think... Good choice on Mary, by the way. Okay, actually, can I start over? Can I make a new list?
Why don't we just stop, actually?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I'm gonna go sit over there from now on.
All right, I'll come with you.
No.
I'll go over there then.
No.
I'll go somewhere else.
Hi. It's my turn to go looking for supplies, and the last guy said that I need to get the secret knock from you?
That's right. It's the only way we can know that whatever's on the other side of that door is human.
Huh. That's some old school stuff we're using, huh?
Old school is right.
Why not have lookouts?
We did. Back in the day.
How long ago was that?
About 7 hours ago. He was at the door. Just on the other side. He said he thought he heard something outside. He just went to poke his head out the front door. And then some thing just... He must have thought he was the only one here, because they didn't come inside for a closer look. Just moved on to the next house. That's when it fell on me to come up with the knock.
So, what is it? Like, knock twice, pause, knock again?
What the hell is wrong with you? Do you think this is a game? We have to use our heads, buddy. Whatever is out there isn't stupid. So we can't be either. No. The knock is not just some random number. It isn't some thumping that anything might do on a whim. It's more complex than that. It has to be more complex than that. If we aren't, we die.
Right. Good idea. So, what is it? Is that a song?
Yes.
Which one?
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with that itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough.
The secret knock is Baby Got Back.
Brilliant, isn't it? What alien would think of knocking a song from 1992? They may have been monitoring our radio waves for years, but to pick that song out of the millions that have been broadcast into space, impossible.
So, like this?
Do you think this is some kind of joke?
No.
This is our lives I'm talking about. And I'm not kidding, pal.
I just don't know that song very well.
Well, you better learn it, mister, or else the next time that you step out that door, you will not step back in. Because my anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
How you holding up there, Reverend?
About as well as I can, I suppose.
Well, probably a bit better than some of the others. How about you?
I'd say I'm pretty far from okay. I lost a lot of friends up there before I knew there were people down here. We were just running around like chickens with our heads cut off, dodging beams of light, bolting into the streets when we heard noises we didn't know.
It's only human.
But you seem to have it so together, though.
Don't go believing my nerves aren't rattled too. I'm in the same boat as we all are.
But you're so calm, so at peace it would seem.
It really wasn't until a few days ago. I was just as scared and nervous as everyone here and not sure where to turn next for comfort.
Really?
Really. See, up until a few days ago, I hadn't put this collar on in a long time. I lost someone. My wife, well, I started to question my own faith. How could someone so kind and so loving? I was just as scared and angry as everyone was when this all started. Then I got a phone call from the man who, well, let's just say he was the reason I was alone. Didn't say much, just my name and then silence. I went over to his house. I found him in his car, ready to leave.
Sorry for what I've done to you and your family, Father.
You don't have to call me that.
Just happened so fast. It was a foggy night. There was drinking involved, as you know. And it's just like it was meant to be. Like somehow we were both supposed to be at that exact same spot, at that exact same moment.
You were supposed to be.
You understand what I mean, then?
No. I'm saying you were supposed to be there because you were both staying at the same hotel. The company you both worked for was putting you up there. As for the drinking, you can stop using that as an excuse for sleeping together because I'm really not buying it, okay? And while we're at it, you constantly pointing out it was a foggy night means nothing, okay? Your flight back wasn't even until the next morning. It was perfectly clear by then, Melvin. Is this why you called me here? Have you been drinking?
Maybe a little.
Why did you ask me here, Melvin? To ask for forgiveness? Finally?
No. Louise said that she still had some of your things and that you should have them back now that the world is ending.
Fine, that's fine. Is she here?
No. She's already up at the cabin. I thought it would be safer by the lake. I don't think these things like water very much.
Why would an alien race that not like water very much come here, Melvin? Something like 2/3 of this whole planet is covered with water. Hell, water falls from the sky someplace every day. They would have to be complete morons to come to a place with so much water if they didn't like it very much.
Louise told me to put your things in the pantry. So I did.
The pantry? Nice. Well, don't bother getting out to help. You just head right on up to your damp, rotting, ultra-safe cabin by the water, Melvin.
By the way, Father, don't go in the pantry.
That's where you said my stuff was.
Okay. But I found one of them in there and I locked it in.
That's when I knew that there was still something here, someone watching out for me. I went home, I took this out of the closet, and I put it on again.
Because of what Melvin said.
You mean him warning me of the alien in the pantry? Oh, no. It was at that moment I realized that any woman that wanted to be with a guy that dumb was not someone I should be with at this time or in the future for that matter. I mean, that whole thing about aliens not liking water, how stupid can you get? I knew it wasn't true because the first place the aliens landed was just off the coasts in the ocean. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. Saved me a lot of grief.
What's the news, Sergeant? How are things out there?
How are things? We just had our asses handed to us like chips at a Mexican restaurant. All you can eat, and we're on our 5th helping.
That's enough out of you, Cuddlekins.
Yes, sir.
She's not far off, I'm afraid. We have suffered heavy losses. We've lost a lot of people on our side. Don't know about the enemy. Hell, I can't honestly say I know for a fact we've killed even one.
Not even one?
Every time I saw one get shot down, there was another standing in its place. It's like they just popped right back up again.
I emptied my entire clip into one of them. It's like they just shook it off.
Easy, Corporal, easy. You save that for the next fight.
Next fight? What next fight?
The one we are going to have. The next time one of those bastards pokes its head up where we can see it, that's what. The enemy is stronger than us, true, and more advanced, and will eventually, if things keep going the way they have, outnumber us soon enough, I'm sure. But that is no reason to stop fighting! Because this isn't some squabble over a piece of land this time, no. This isn't a military action to cover for some corporation trying to make a buck somewhere. This isn't even us trying to defend our way of life, no. This time, we are in the fight for the survival of our entire race. Countries don't matter now. Borders, political ideology, religious and cultural differences are gone, people. This time our planet, our very Earth, is under siege, and we will defend it. And we will be victorious.
But you just said that they are more advanced and stronger. How can we win?
Because we are the human race, son. And there is one thing the human race does when it pulls together, is it wins. Time and time again. When faced with insurmountable odds and an unbeatable foe, humans have found a way to prevail.
Actually, I think you'll find the exact opposite to be true.
When faced with huge numbers, the 300 brave Spartans at Thermopylae stood their ground.
And were eventually hacked to pieces.
When Cortez marched into Mexico, the primitive natives stood up to him and said, "We won't be ruled by you."
And that's why you meet so many Aztecs these days.
And when it comes to aliens that are not of this world, the people of Endor managed to overthrow an entire empire!
Did he just call Ewoks people?
Did he just lump a movie in with actual history?
So, you actually followed that guy into a fight with the aliens?
Him? No. My unit was wiped out in like 5 minutes. I was the only one left. I found him walking along the road by himself.
So he's not in your unit?
Nope.
Is he even in the army?
Oh yeah, that I'm sure of. He's in charge of paperwork and filing. He's not part of any fighting unit. He takes care of record keeping, things like that. His unit is called... I'm sorry, sir, but what was your unit again?
The typing 93rd.
So you're taking orders from him now?
Hey, rank is rank, no matter how nutty the person is.
I'll get it.
No! That's supposed to move! We feel you should know that this is the last house we need to exterminate before the end of your race is complete. You are the last Earthlings in the universe, and now it is time to wipe you from existence.
What have you done to her?
So does that make Mary your new number one?
We have no mouths from which to spew your vile clicking and hissing noises. We are using this female to convert our thoughts into a manner of communication that you can understand.
Did you say we were the last humans on Earth?
No. We said you were the last Earthlings on Earth. We cannot let any other species possibly evolve to the level you humans have, so we have obliterated all other life forms on this planet.
Why are we the last?
All other pockets of resistance were easy to infiltrate. They were hiding, just like you, but their secret codes were a simple case of rapidly placing and withdrawing calcified protuberances against a preformed piece of plant matter in a randomly selected yet easily determined numerical sequence. Our intelligence suggested your code was more difficult to decipher.
I should have known the difference between Sir Mix-a-Lot and Young MC. As the last representatives of the armed forces of the planet Earth, I say to you now that you will not take us without...
So typical of you Earthlings. You never know when to keep quiet.
Please tell us who you are. What do you want?
Isn't it obvious? You're here for our natural resources, aren't you? You're here for our food and for our water and to impregnate women like me and like her and to turn us into your breeding whores.
I hate to break this to you, but I just said we were wiping out every life form on the planet. So knocking up women like you would be pointless. You aren't really that much to look at, and we are just not that into you.
So you're going to impregnate us men?
Are you deaf? We aren't going to impregnate anyone. We aren't here for your food, or oil, or your disgusting bodies.
What are you here for?
We are here to show you that we are the superior planet.
What planet are you from?
We are from the planet Pluto, and it is time for you pathetic Earthlings to see that...
I'm sorry. Did you say Pluto?
Yes.
The planet Pluto?
Yes! Are you not understanding the noises in the particular order that they are emanating from this female's vocal cords?
Yes, I did. It's just, well, Pluto's not a planet.
It isn't?
No, well, not anymore. You see, back in 2006, they...
This is precisely why this planet is being eradicated of life forms.
because we keep interrupting you?
No! Because you Earthlings all think you're so smart and so special that you can just take away a planet's planethood. That's why.
Well, we are the most advanced planet in the galaxy.
What the? Did you just... You really are an egotistical planet, you know that? I mean, the nerve. Didn't put up much of a fight when we showed up. Now did you? My, how awful you must feel being erased from the universe by such a simple planet as Pluto. You have got some, what do you humans say, balls, saying that after we came all this way to kick your lumps of posterior fat deposits?
Are you saying I have a fat ass?
Do you ever listen to what you say? Really? Do you ever stop to listen to yourselves? You are faced with annihilation and all you care about is how big things are. This is what got you into trouble, remember? So no more about how big anything is.
Well, if you're so mad about it, why did you wait 5 years to do anything?
Oh, yes! What a bunch of procrastinators we are! We only traveled over 2 billion of your Earth miles in under 5 years to get here, didn't we? Where have you advanced Earthlings traveled to lately, huh? It would take you over 2 years to get to the nearest planet to you. Galfangibort takes you 3 to 5 days just to hop from this rock you call a planet to the satellite right next door. Which, by the way, you once postulated was made of green cheese!
But if you're more advanced than us...
Are. Not if. We are. We are more advanced.
Fine. Then you must realize that it's wrong, just flat out wrong, to commit genocide on a planetary scale. How can an advanced race justify killing every living thing on the planet?
Just because we're more advanced doesn't mean we don't have feelings. Your arrogance has finally made us so mad that we're going to delete you forever.
Just because we pointed out that you're not a planet?
We warned you.
Maybe I should just try my rabbit ears.
Earthlings. What a bunch of fucking size queens.